I feel very
Come
Frankish.
on.
Come on.
Come on. Thomas Frank is cooking.
Damn fucking right, brother.
What a performance.
How you doing, guys?
All good, bro. All good.
Thomas Frank said in his press conference there was an extra roar for Vicario when his name was read out before the game.
Yeah, there actually was. I noticed it as well. Heartwarming moment. The fans turned up today. The players turned up today. The manager turned up today. Look, as a performance, there's not much more that we could ask for. This is what we've wanted all season. This is what we've been calling for. Play on the front foot, create chances, and I think we absolutely demolished Brentford today. It was such a great performance, and I think the only downside today, if you want to criticise anything, is that we weren't clinical enough and didn't score enough goals.
Yeah, we created so many opportunities. Right where the doctor ordered, wasn't it? You know, going into this game, we were talking about Frank being under pressure, our horrible home form, his old club Brentford coming to town. Like the stories write themselves. So it's exactly what we needed, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and you know what? A lot of people I'm hearing saying it's only Brentford, it's only this, it's only that. But those same people, including us, you know, I know we predicted wins, but we were very fearful that Spurs were going to drop points today because of the story that you're talking about. But all those people that say it's only Brentford predicted losses for Spurs to lose this weekend. And Spurs are going, I mean, it's too quickly to say if Spurs are going in the right direction or not, but we're definitely on an upward trajectory. We've taken a point from Newcastle away. Not the greatest performance. We probably could have lost, but we hung in there and we got the point. Well, we've just got our first home win since the first game of the season, and then probably our best performance of the season as well. And look, maybe against Man City away we've performed better, but this is the first time this season under Thomas Frank that we've played a team that we probably should have beaten, and we've absolutely just wiped the floor with them. You know, we can hardly conceded a shot today, and we were just creating chance after chance after chance. Archie Gray, oh my days, I thought he was running things in the middle of the park, and Javi Simmons. The run continues, the stats continue. 10 games now with Javi Simmons. I think it's 1-7 and played 9 without him. We haven't won. He played his best game, and hopefully that's the birth of his Spurs career tonight.
You know what, Ben? Obviously, you were there. I think from minute one, Spurs set out what they're all about today, isn't it? We've seen it before where we started off brightly and then it's just petered out and we've just gone into our shells and just been slow to move the ball. I heard you last night in the panel show saying that we just want to see stuff through the middle and then going out wide, variations. Well, from minute one, I mean, the first half when everyone was saying, oh, we've been 4 games without a shot on target or a shot, where we literally blew them away from that first half, didn't we? We were fantastic.
No, we were. Like I said, I was talking to Danny throughout the game, and you know we were having jokes about XG during the game. We were having jokes about the players. You know, just after Richarlison, I don't know if you saw it on TV, but Richarlison plucked one out. Unbelievable control.
Yeah.
The best control I've ever seen Richarlison do. I just turned around at Danny and being like, "Oh, these players can't control, can they?" Oh, it was brilliant. But
not
no,
many miscontrols today. Not too many miscontrols today.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I made him know about it as well. But yeah, no, 100% what you're saying. That's the first time I've seen us this season, at home particularly, just dominate a team from minute one all the way till the end. And there was not one moment in the game that I was worried that we were going to lose it, because you could see the players were just. I think the players came out with a point to prove today, and I think that was clear to see. And Thomas Frank got his tactics spot on, and that's what we've been calling for so long. Play on the front foot, have a go, be aggressive, win the ball high up the pitch. That's exactly what we were doing. Everything was spot on. I can't fault anything today.
Yep.
Yeah, and then today it was more proof as well. You know, you can play a more offensive lineup. You know, you don't have to always look for that protection, and you can be brave with your selection. And if you ask these players to go forward and be aggressive, that's what they can produce.
Yeah, unbelievable. I love the dynamic of Randall up top, Kudus on the right. I mean, they were all just fantastic, weren't they? They really were. Randall Colomwani could have had a goal today. I think he missed one in the first. Yeah, he missed one in the first half, which should have put in the back of the net. But that shouldn't take away anything from his performance today. How many times did that guy win the ball high up the pitch? He ran his absolute socks off for the team tonight. He was incredible, and I think he was a major reason why we had them penned in to their half so much.
And also, I think I was saying before, it's no surprise to me that as soon as we've got other threats from other areas of the pitch, look how much better Kudus looked as well. Like Kudus, all of a sudden, I think they had to take off their fullback at half time because he was just getting run rings around.
Yeah, and you know what kind of made me happy more than anything? It wasn't just down the right that we were going. You know, we had variation in our play. We went through the middle. We went down the left. Like, they couldn't handle anything that we threw at them today, and we just kept winning the ball high up the pitch. Anything that came up the other way, Van der Ven and Romero were just gobbling up. Bentancur and Archie Gray completely controlled the game. Like, where has this been? I mean, I saw the quote from Thomas Frank after the game, you know, suddenly sometimes it just clicks when it clicks. And maybe we're seeing that, but we need to see it. We need to keep seeing it.
I will say, Ben, I completely agreed with you, Mwani. I thought he's coming as a forward. What he offers on the left-hand side is so much better and so much more suited to the team. But I tell you what, you and I spoke about at great length about Jed Spence and cutting in on his right foot and slowing things down. Today, all of a sudden, he found confidence and belief in his left foot. He today was absolutely imperial. He was just non-stop, both the press going forward. He was causing mayhem in the forward line. He had a game like he hasn't had all season for us, and the trust in that left foot.
You know what, with Jed Spence, he was playing so high up on the pitch today. He was taking up such unbelievable kind of positions. He was pressing from the front at times as well, winning the ball back as well. They couldn't get past him on that side. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. I thought he was a bit wasteful in some situations when he got the ball down to the byline, but the effort and the work rate and the quality, apart from those moments that he put in, I thought was absolutely sensational. And he's put in a worldie of a more than we've seen from Destiny by far in the last couple of games, and that's the reality.
I think it was Spence's best attacking performance of the season, that's for sure. Like the way he was getting forward, he went to the byline, and he created chances. He created one, laid one on a play for Sarr.
Yeah, but you know what, Sim? You can say that about a lot of the players that played today. You know, not just Jed Spence. I felt like the whole team, the team as a whole, it wasn't about individuals today. It was about the team. We actually looked like and played like a team for the first time, probably since that Man City game. You know, the energy was there, the application was there, the teamwork was there, the work rate was there. It was just fantastic to see, and hopefully this can be a bit of a springboard now. We got to show the same against Prague. We got to keep showing the same against Nottingham Forest. It's all well and good doing it in one game, and I'm delighted with today. I'm absolutely buzzing coming away from that stadium today. But we need to keep this going. It can't be a one-off.
What was Danny saying about Richie?
Danny was full of praise of Richarlison today. He couldn't stop praising him, and warranted, because, mate, the Richarlison performance today was reminiscent of the first three games of the season, the Burnleys, the Man Cities, you know, the tireless work rate, the quality. He made it stick, the hold-up play, got his goal as well. I can't fault anything in anyone's performance today, and Richarlison was one of our best performers today.
Yeah, and he's got 4 goals in his last 5, 8 goals now in all competitions this season, I think 6 in the league, so got some good numbers as well.
Yeah, I was saying as well, Ben, at half time, it's like we've been bitching and moaning about our medical team and injuries and how long they're out for. Don't they deserve a huge amount of credit for actually keeping Richarlison fit all season?
Absolutely. I wouldn't say much about the ones that never get injured, like Moani with the longest dead leg in history, and Dom Solanke nowhere to be seen. But yeah, credit where it's due on Richarlison. I did see a worrying update that Moani was limping through the mix zone after the game today. So let's just hope and pray that that's nothing. But look, something needs to be said about this today, because I haven't seen anyone mention it. And is this not one of the most perfect days, perfect Saturdays? You start the day with Arsenal losing, then you're thinking, all right, if Arsenal's lost, you know Spurs are just going to fuck up this day today. Spurs put in a performance like that. Chelsea drop points today, and Man City win to top it all off. It's just a fantastic day, isn't it?
Phenomenal. It is. Carlsberg did Saturdays. This would be right up there.
Exactly, you know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. You know, it's the funniest thing as well, because James Black was doing a concert kind of thing on the South Stand podium outdoors where all the bars are, and the game was on, obviously. So as I walk up, as I left the car, it was 1-1, And as I walked up the stairs and go round to the South Stand podium, that second Aston Villa scored, and the place went absolutely berserk, man. And as soon as they scored, James Black started with his guitar, and everyone singing along, "Bottlers again, ole ole," and "Shame about the Arsenal." Oh, it was the best. Oh,
No wonder there was a good atmosphere in the crowd today.
Everything just fell into place.
Incredible. And in terms of like Frank, do you feel like ever since we talk about that PSG game, as something, there was a bit of a change in that one, but ever since then, one of Bergvall or Gray have started every game now, and Paulinho seems to be out in the cold a bit. Do you think like something's flipped, a switch has flipped with him since that game? Maybe.
I think. Look, he was playing Bentancur and Paulinho a lot at some stage of the season, and I think a flip did switch at some point where he says, "Look, I'm just going to play one of these guys." Now it seems like he favours Bentancur over Paulinho, but I think that's the beauty of having both Bentancur and Paulinho. We all said that they shouldn't be playing together, but certain games call for certain players, and Paulinho is definitely going to be more valuable in some games, and Bentancur is going to be more valuable in other games. And I think Bentancur, we've criticised his performance over the last couple of weeks, but he responds and put in a performance like one of his best performances of the season. So with Bentancur, it's all about consistency, because he hasn't shown that over the course of the season. And we need to see a bit more consistency from him. But if he can play like that every week, then it'll be hard to keep him out of the team.
Well, you add to that as well, Ben. We were talking about it in the studio. You bring a Paulinho on at 2-0 just to shut up shop and cause havoc, just hold everything.
He was brilliant when he came on, by the way.
He was just involved with everything, wasn't he? Like, it was like, you're not getting past me. So maybe that's a strategy going forward, and maybe, like I said, sim away games, he starts a Paulinho over a Bentancur because it's more set up. But it's like you said, it's vital to have the pair of them able to rotate with each other, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what I was telling Danny next to me. I was like, look, the players aren't so bad after all, are they? They're capable of a good performance from time to time. And, hopefully he acknowledged that.
There was no verbal acknowledgement at the time, was there?
Maybe there was just a smile.
Was there any general feeling about how fans were feeling about Frank after the game? Only because I only asked because you've said before, after the game, a lot of people are saying that they don't try. They're not sure if people are saying he's not the guy. But was there any sort of?
I don't think there's any sentiment towards Frank after the game. There was just a lot of happy faces where we've bloody fine. That was my first win I've seen in the Premier League at home this season, because I didn't go to the Burnley game. I was doing a watch along. So this is actually the first game at home I've seen win all season. So I think everyone's just focused on that, and everyone's just happy. Everyone's delighted that Arsenal lost the game as well. It's just it was a very happy stadium today. Songs throughout. The atmosphere was decent, and that's what happens if the team put on a performance. The fans will respond, and I've said it before, I don't think that's the way maybe it should be, and I think the fans should be the ones to maybe make the first move. But look, this is the society we live in these days, and that's the way it goes. So the players put in an unbelievable effort and an unbelievable performance, and such a contrast to the Fulham game. They got booed off at halftime that day. They got a standing ovation leaving the pitch at halftime today, and also the final whistle, and every sub that went off was going off to like a hero's applause as well. It was brilliant.
Fantastic.
I just hope this is a benchmark, and so hopefully we start to build some momentum.
Damn right.
That's what it's all about. It's a good steps. So what is our last 4 games then? PSG, Fulham,
Newcastle,
Brentford now, and Newcastle. So you've got to say, out of the last 4 games, you would say there's things to take from at least 3 of those games.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
So that shows me an upward trajectory, because before then, we went for a long stretch of games where there was just nothing, absolutely nothing to take from them. So steps forward.
We restricted Brentford to Tottenham-like XG numbers this time.
Yeah, I saw. To be fair, we were looking at the XG after the game, and Danny was like, well, I agreed with him actually. Like with the XG, I think we got 2.17 or something on the day. We definitely should have scored more than 2.17 goals today.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Damn right.
100%. Yeah, it should have been 3 at least. But anyway, look, Ben, I'll let you go.
See you later,
in
brother.
the studio tomorrow. And
Brian
see you in a bit.
Sim.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on.
See you later, bro.